I am Dana and you're in my fridge right now. So I've done quite a few videos now of me putting my laundry away and just chatting a load of shit as a way for people to do a sort of like parallel play and get their own shit done, and a bit of motivation for people to like get their stuff done around the house. And the last like 3 weeks I've helped a buddy move house. I went to Manchester to see East Derby and got really annoyed about all of that. I have been out with friends a couple of times. When I say it out loud, it doesn't sound like I've done that much, I'll give. But I also had dentist appointment and got fillings. That was terrifying. So like, for me, I've done a fair amount lately and it's tired me out like quite a lot. Like, I'm not quite burnt out, but I'm not burnt out, which means that I've let my stuff around the house really slip. And my housemate's also just fully stopped acting like he lives here. So it's fab, it's brilliant for me. But it does mean that I've got a lot more than just putting my laundry away. So I thought we could do a bit more than usual together today. So I'm gonna sort my bins. I'm gonna take the bins out. I'm gonna do my dishes. I'm gonna change my bed. I'm gonna hoover my bedroom. So I don't know how much of it will be me actually speaking to you. I might have to voice over, which I don't love the idea of, but we'll do what we gotta, you know? I feel like that's enough warning, preamble and explanation for what this is. So if you want to do something along with me, pause now. Wait, no, let me explain first and then pause. In a minute you'll pause and you can get your own stuff ready so you can start doing things too, because we're gonna go. So pause here. Let's find a place for you to go where you can see what I'm doing and I can continue to chat my shit. I am a little bit obsessive with bins because my ex was the type that just stack it up and stack it up and stack it up. So I like to make sure I'm getting it done. So we are doing a voiceover. I'm going to do my best to not act like I've got a podcast. But the thing is, I hate doing voiceovers. I actually don't. Once I'm here doing it, I quite enjoy it. But setting up the mic and like sitting down and being like, I'm doing a voiceover now, it feels weird. I feel like I don't know what to do. I've gotten very used to like the way that I set up to film videos and like being able to see myself and stuff. And honestly, the fact that I can't like see myself while I'm doing this is part of what really gets me, I think, because I don't know what to do. The fact that I'm being perceived, but I'm also not right now, weirds me out. And like really, I find it very off-putting. But I'm trying to get better at it, so I'm loom knitting while I'm talking to you today. And I hope that you're doing stuff. I mean, you don't have to be, actually, like, I don't care, like, there's no pressure or judgment. But if you are, well done. Because it's fucking hard to get shit done, is it not? Like, I know that this is what these videos always come back to, but it's the context of what's happening, isn't it? It's the fact that, like, every single month I make some video like this where I'm like, oh my god. I've changed my morning routine during this, which means that I've not actually yet done scoops of the litter tray. As I was saying before I rudely interrupted myself to talk about cat shit, every single month I'm like, oh my god, it's so hard to like do all this house stuff and actually like just maintain my home as an adult. Like, it's ridiculous. I know, surely no one else, like, not no one else, like I get comments, I know that like you guys struggle like this, and that's why I want to like do more of these and like make a bit of a thing out of it and get better at them. But I'm also like, surely the majority of people don't struggle like this, you know? Like, I leave my house for a maximum of like 7 hours a week most weeks. Like, I barely leave my house. As such, you'd think I'd be able to like maintain it and shit, you know? I get that, like, I suppose being here more means that I am like doing stuff around the house and like dirtying it up and messying it up more or whatever. But also, like, I'm literally not at the same time, you know? Like, I'm not a messy person. I don't create that much mess. It's the general, like, maintenance of things like changing my bed, hoovering the floor, changing the bins, making sure my laundry's done, putting my laundry away. Like, it's the most minimal shit that, like, shouldn't be such an effort, but really massively is. Oh, I get stressed about it, even just talking about it, because like even today there's stuff that I probably should do, you know, to like maintain the house, like, and the stuff that you don't have to do often really gets on my nerves. Like, I don't know if gets on my nerves is the right term, to be fair, but you know, like you need to wipe down the bath or it gets all scummy, don't it? But you don't need to wipe down the bath every time you've showered. That's a bit excessive. Or like the oven and the oven door needs cleaning sometimes, because I cleaned the oven door recently, and like I moved in here in February, and that oven's been in this house a long time. I don't honestly think anybody else had ever cleaned the oven door before, because I had to sit there for like 2.5 hours with a fucking metal ruler just scraping like burnt on dirt off of it. Like, it was disgusting. And it's the kind of thing where I'm like, I know I don't need to do that like once a week. Like, I know that doesn't need to be like a regularly super like often done thing. But when am I supposed to do it? Do I do it when I notice it's dirty? By then it's already kind of too late because it's dirty and it's going to be difficult to clean. So it's obviously like a maintenance thing where I need to keep up with it. But keeping up with it is like so difficult, and I don't want to do it all the time because I need to use like oven cleaner and stuff. And like just these constant bits of maintenance. And I'll give that, like, I do think a lot of it also comes from the fact that I have never lived alone. So I have other people's mess, other people's dirt, and no one that I've ever lived with has helped me keep up the maintenance. They just sort of like do the things that they notice as and when sometimes. My housemate currently will like change the bin if the bin's overflowing and stuff, you know, like very obvious noticeable things. My ex wouldn't do that. He'd just pile shit up and then be like, why haven't you changed the bin? But like the people that I've lived with, like they're just not the types that are gonna wipe down the oven, you know? They're not gonna wipe down the bath. And I'm just like, so for the rest of my damn life, I've got to just do all of the house maintenance forever. And like, even if I'm living on my own, which I hope eventually I do, then it's only on me. And I know that that means that, like, I would be better at it, honestly, and I wouldn't feel any of the resentment of, like, why am I the only fucker cleaning the toilet? But even then, I've still got to do it, you know, and do it with, like, regularity to maintain everything and keep things nice. And, like, why can't things just stay nice for, like, 2 minutes, you know? So that's me. It's times like these that I really wish y'all could just reply, like, in real time as I'm making it and not days later via a comment. That's why I need to start doing some like lives or get a Discord going or something. And I'm strongly considering it. I was gonna say I'm gonna do it, but I'm strongly considering it. See, it's the thing of like, I want to have like more communication with you guys, because I do feel like I just drop videos and run away because the comment section terrifies me, and especially as more people have subscribed, I get more withheld comments that are withheld for very good reasons. So I would like a little safe space, I suppose, of like people that I know aren't gonna be mean. But then that's the whole thing of like, am I just creating an echo chamber, and it, like, is it parasocial and weird and etc. But yeah, I was gonna talk about you guys. Like, what are you doing? Are you doing something? Like I say, there's no pressure. You don't have to be. I don't really know why you would be this deep into the video if you're actually watching it. You know, like, I feel like having this on in the background, that's something I'd do. That's why I make these videos. You know, I try to exclusively make videos I think that I would watch in some capacity. And these are the types of videos that I always have on in the background while I do stuff. So I do really do want to know if you guys actually do bits while you're watching these or listening to them, really, more than anything. And also, what are you doing? Like, someone commented on my last one where I was just putting laundry away, saying that like they were tidying their kitchen while doing it, and I was like, I love that. I love the idea of like my voice echoing in someone's house while they're like cleaning their kitchen and getting their stuff done and feeling good about themselves for having done it and being productive. But also, I just am quite enamoured by the fact that people watch these whatsoever, never mind my voice echoing through people's houses. Mind you, one of the first comments that I ever got, no, it wasn't a comment, it was an Instagram message. So it was like, I'd maybe posted like 10 videos at this point. I got an Instagram message from someone saying that their baby was just like obsessed with me. Like, every time they put me on, their baby just like stopped what they were doing and watched me, and they'd sent a picture of my video up on their TV, which absolutely blew my mind. I was like, oh my god, someone's watching me on a telly like I do. Oh, that's incredible. But like, this baby was fully like staring at my face on the screen, you know, like, where are they now? Should I find the message and be like, hey hun, how's your baby? Is it still obsessed with me? A year or two later, I kind of want to know. If that was you, if that was your baby, can you comment and let everyone know that I'm not just making this up? Like, it sounds so made up, but I swear to God, people, like, this happened. There was an Instagram message. I had to take a little break there because my mouth was starting to get really dry. But I'm back now. Don't really entirely remember what I was talking about before,
But we've got a new topic, which is, if you're in the UK, you've probably seen that people that are disabled or have mental health issues or whatever else, but could technically work, are going to be forced into work by the government. And that very much includes me. I'm definitely a part of that statistic, which means I am now having to very seriously look for jobs that I think I could do. And I'm being just like increasingly very depressed and very scared and very anxious about it all, because I really am not finding jobs that I think I could cope with. Oh God, I had the absolute fear that it wasn't recording then. But yeah, I really don't know what kind of jobs I could realistically actually like do for more than a couple of weeks, you know? And it's a case of like, if I did a job for a couple of weeks and then quit or got fired, I think I would just be left with no money, and I would probably, it wouldn't be good, you know? So I applied for a data annotation work from home job, because work from home stuff that's got like no set time and that I can just do whenever is definitely going to be my best option, I think. I haven't heard back from it yet. My finger's suddenly sticky. I don't know why, because I've only touched yarn, which makes me think some of my yarn's sticky, but that's not what we're talking about. So I'm absolutely terrified. And I've also, it coincides with my video about working in jobs and why I can't do jobs very well, blowing up a little bit. It got like, I want to say like 10,000 views in like a week or two, which is weird because it's an old video, but you know, whatever. And loads of people, I've been absolutely amazed by the comments. I've talked about this in another video, because so many people were like, well, you can make a video, why can't you just have a job doing this? And like, buddy, do you understand how YouTube works? Nobody's going to employ me to talk to a camera about myself. Nobody is going to give me a salary for doing this, you know? Like, monetization and sponsorships and brand deals and stuff is how people do this as a job. And I have no idea how to do any of those things. I have no clue how any of those things work. So, like, no. And also, the amount of people that seem to think the fact that I can sit in my bedroom with nobody here and edit together a video means that I should be able to just do like public service roles and just speak to anybody because you can talk to a camera. It's like, my camera doesn't have eyes. My camera's not going to reply. I don't need to have a social imagination or a script for my camera. Like, anything embarrassing that I do or anything weird that comes out of my mouth, I can just edit out here. I can't do that in real life, and thus in real life, I'm affected by crippling fucking horrible anxiety because I can't edit it. I don't know what's coming next. Everything terrifies me all the time. You know, like, I would much rather just be working a job than having all of this, like, excess anxiety about shit. But I don't know what the fuck I can do. Like, I'm not a skilled person. I'm not a clever person. I think I have decent common sense. I try to think things through, but I also like think about things more than I think the average person does, because I'm aware that I'm not very clever, and it's me like thinking things through excessively that's going to get me to the point of other people's like single thought process, you know? Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be able to do. And that ties in here because that's where I'm also like, if I like, I'm saying if I get a job, when I get a job, that's gonna be real fucking hard. Like, even if it's my, like I said, I don't know what job I even want, but even if it was my dream perfect job, I wouldn't then be able to keep up my home stuff. I wouldn't I would hate the changing routine. I don't know how I'm supposed to survive in the world as a grown up, quite frankly, and it's terrifying. And I'm doing my best to do it and keep up with things and do what I've gotta, but all of it is terrifying and stressful and anxiety inducing. I'm really not having a good time. Like, I'm managing to keep my mood decent. Like, I'm not feeling like depressed currently, but I am feeling just like so much pressure and anxiety, and just like I need to sort something for my future, my like immediate up and coming future, and I have no idea what it's gonna be. And this has gotten incredibly deep and dark and depressing. I'm so sorry. It was meant to be fun chatter where you were cleaning or doing whatever you've got to do around the house. I've probably just put you into an absolute like spiral like I'm in now. But I'm about to go back to the bit of the video that I actually spoke for, and I feel like that should probably be a little bit more upbeat. It's coming any second now. I'm so sorry. I feel genuinely bad for that, but I also really needed to say it, and I think I'm going to make a whole video about the situation because the UK government is disgusting, and fuck the Tories and vote them out and fuck
I can definitely
them.
talk to you for this bit. I hate changing my bed. It's so annoying. No one wants to do this, do they? Oh wait, I've got other pillowcases I want to use as well. I don't know. Oh yeah, they are here. Sick. Sick, sick, sick. We love, baby. This kind of just like general home life maintenance, it's just shite, isn't it? Like, it feels like so much effort and the payoff is literally, I did the thing I'm supposed to do as a growing adult. I mean, that's the thing though, is I saw a whole thing of like, oh, but people get like dopamine hits from tidying and from doing this and from doing that, and I'm like, I don't think I do, honestly. Like, I'm doing this because I need things to be right, like autistically, and if they're not right, I feel anxious and uncomfortable and like the whole world is falling to shit around me. And because my room's a little bit like, it's not even technically messy. I did a video a while ago where I called my room messy. I think it was a video of tidying it, I'm not sure. But I got like quite a lot of comments from people being like, if you let your room get messy, you're not even autistic. And it's like, alright mate, sorry I'm not Rain Man. Like, it's the thing of like, the way that I need things to be as an autistic person doesn't always line up with what random people expect autistic people to be like. And I think some of that's also just the fact that I tried so hard for so long to not be an autistic person, you know? Like, I really pretended I was just one of y'all for a long time, and it takes a long time to stop pretending like that and to unlearn the person that you literally think you are, because everybody else is that person and you're supposed to be that too. And I'm also in that place where like, I know that I'm not going to live here indefinitely at this point. It's gonna be a while before I move, because I find it very difficult to like actually move. I find it difficult to change my routine like that. There's a cost of living crisis. I don't have the money to like rent somewhere. The fact that I get cheap rent here is the reason I'm able to not be still living with my horrible ex, honestly. So I don't know how I'm going to move. I would need many things to change that aren't currently looking like they're going to, but I have resigned myself to the fact that it's going to happen sooner rather than later, whether I want it to or not. And that massively lowers my motivation to actually keep it nice and to make it nice, you know? Like, even though I know that it's like a prolonged period of time that I will be here yet, I'm like, ugh, but I'm not staying, so like, why bother making it nice and tidy and clean and livable? I say all that, it is absolutely always livable. Like, my brother was the type that had a like disgustingly messy room, and he was diagnosed autistic in childhood, so your stereotypes aren't correct anyway. But yeah, he had the most disgusting room I have ever seen. Like, I've watched hoarders programs and like the dirtiest room in the UK and all that kind of bollocks. It was not as bad as what my brother's room was like when I was a kid. And like, I had to help my mum sort his room for him to move out, and it was still the same. It was just mould and things just left, and like clothes are so sweaty that they've gone hard and started to mould with sweat. It was grim. You know, I've never ever let things get to like that messy. But I just like my guitar's in the wrong place. There's some paperwork that shouldn't be there. I've got the whiteboard from when I did my Draw My Life video. Like, it's just bits that I've used and needed that I don't put fucking back where they should be because I'm a dickhead. I don't know why I've done this either. It's again because I'm a dickhead. I should sort out my phone charger while I'm here though. I've been having it across the room and then Otis thinks it's a toy, when in fact I could just have it in the plug that's right under my bed. And then Otis wouldn't play with it. If you're also a cold girl bitch, I would recommend a heated blanket, but get a bigger one. They said it was a double. That said it was a double. It covers a third of my bed. But it's warm, it's cosy, it's better than getting into a cold bed, I'll give it that. Ali, please do not eat my plants. Like, I know we've gone non-toxic to make sure you could, but like, I don't want you to. I need to figure out how to clean these because they are made in Italy, United Colours of Benton. Made in Italy. Lana wool, lane wool. Do not wash, no bleach, cool iron, dry clean only, hand wash. Oh, I can just hand wash. Okay, so we're gonna hand wash those in a bit. Do you want to come with me for it? I don't know. It's honestly, it's literally just that I was a fucking idiot and walked home across the park at night in the rain. So the bottoms are like covered in mud. Okay, we'll sort those in a bit. This is my cupboard of shit that you're not looking in because I have this gaming laptop that a friend lent me. But I had to buy this new part and it's still not working. So I can't play Sims and I just don't want to look at it for the next few weeks. Can anything else go in there? I think that might be all for the shame cupboard. Oh no, my little cosplay kit. It's got everything in actually. It's like all my good makeup and my wig and that can go in here. That's just for Comic-Con at this point. That's my artsy stuff. Magic dress can go in. Oh, fuck off. I'm making myself a scar. I'm doing quite well. Look how long that is. It's just that it's dead skinny, so I need it to be like really long so I can wrap it around a bunch, you know? I'm fine with my backpack living under my bed. I use it like 3 times a week, like, it's fine. I just want it rolled up so it just doesn't get it running around. My guitar can go back where it normally goes. It's rubbish. I have this room spray that I really love, so I'm gonna spritz a little bit of that now that my room's like mostly done. Oh, that's also rubbish. Just the thing with having cats is that, like, yes, this bag is technically rubbish, but they love it. We should put the videos back. I poured out this little, like, list, I suppose. I curated myself a little list. And I didn't actually fucking watch any of them, so they need to go back in their places. But they all do have reasonably specific places that I need to remember the right way around. Some of them are like actually organised and some of them are just kind of by vibe. Like, see, like all of those are Winona Ryder movies. You can't see, you don't see. Okay, what types? Alright. Some mistakes have also happened. I'm not saying that Bill and Ted are supposed to be in my horror drawer, you know? But sometimes it goes where it fits. It's the Peter Jackson drawer and Silence of the Lambs. She'll fit in there.
I completely forgot to film an outro, so you've got this very slowed down clip of my room, and I've got 30 seconds to do my outro. So you can also follow me over on TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter. I post videos here on Thursdays and Sundays. You can donate money to me on Patreon as a YouTube member or over on Ko-fi, but there's no pressure, you don't have to, because it's very hard out there right now. And whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope you're having a lovely morning, evening, day, afternoon, week, month, year, and I'll see you again in a couple of days. I had seconds spare.